welcome to FMS in a Minute. The super short video is brought to you by the FMS HSA. We're here today with Mr. Yu. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And today's topic is the homework policy. What we'd like to find out are the new changes that are going on with the homework policy. But before we begin there, can you please just tell us a quick overview of the homework policy and why we have it?
Absolutely. The purpose behind the school-wide homework policy this year is really for three reasons. Number one, it's to create a school-wide focus on the most foundational skills that middle schoolers need to be successful in high school and beyond. So really focusing on reading complex text, responding to complex text in writing, not only in language arts, but social studies and science as well. And then in math, really focusing on the essential skills and concepts that students need to be successful in higher level math. That's number one. Number two is really creating consistency across the school in the purpose of homework, in the frequency, and in the level of rigor of the homework assignments. We're a big school. We want to make sure that there's consistency across houses and across classrooms and across grade levels. And then finally, really the third purpose of the school-wide program is transparency. We want it to be clear to not only our students and our teachers, but also our families, what the expectations are around homework and what the schedule for homework is, so that parents are best in a position to support their children at home and to ensure that we're not over-assigning so that our middle schoolers can be kids and participate in activities outside of school.
That's great. So the homework policy started in October of 2016, and after it was in the works, you got together with teachers and parents, got feedback, and based on that feedback, you made some changes. So can you speak to some of those changes?
Sure, and there's really three key changes that I want to focus on. The first is we're going to be moving from 2 night writes in language arts every week to 1. We're going to have a Monday night write, and instead of the students doing a second night write on Thursday, students will be revisiting their Monday night write in language arts, looking at the feedback they've received, and revising it Thursday night for Friday in class. And they'll be doing that because we want students to really go through the writing process and refining their writing based on feedback they're getting. The second most important change is that once a month in social studies, science, and language arts, the students will choose 1 night write per subject area that they are going to revise into a final form based on feedback they received. And they'll get to select which one they want to do, and they'll do it in class. But again, we want students not to just be writing a lot, but writing with quality and revisiting their writing and using the feedback they're getting from teachers, from peers, or from self-assessment to improve it. So that's change number 2. Change number 3 that's important is we are going to be adding 1 night of world language homework, or the opportunity for world language homework, on either Thursday or Friday. The homework will be focused on the interpretive world language skills, so really comprehending reading, comprehending a video, and responding to that in the target language, whether that's Spanish, Italian, or French.
Great. Those are really great changes based on feedback. If anyone has any questions, my last question for you is, where do they go with their questions?
Absolutely. So I'm going to always encourage parents, if your question is about a specific assignment, to reach out to that teacher by phone call, by email. If it's broader and it's about the policy, if you have a question about the homework policy itself, please feel free to reach out to me, and that would be at joseph.ugaloro@msdk12.net.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This was fun. I hope you do it again. Thank you.
This is FMS in a Minute.